Some would call it swag, some would call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium, Penn State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. But really, since then, Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games, and how do they play against Ohio State, a big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes, and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. He'll try to do it himself. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Tate. Still running at the 40. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. He's got it on the run. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Aller. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. Just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. New set of downs after the completion. Makes the catch. It's Reynolds. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoffs.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year of Coltonecki, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
James Franklin and the Nittany Lions just a play away from the national championship game a year ago, and now to find a way for Penn State to take that next step.
And I think you're starting to see the elements come into place, though. Coltonecki, an unbelievable hire last year as their OC. Now you bring in one of the best defensive coordinators in college. Jesse, if not now, then when for this Penn State squad?
My eyes are on Drew Aller at quarterback. No question this guy is one of the more talented quarterbacks. He's someone that can really work wonders in this offense you just mentioned, David, but he's got to be able to play at a high level each and every week. If they do that, they can win the Big Ten, and they can get back to the college football playoff.
The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the move, it's Martin. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picks up the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
These old girders are rocking on third down here in Beaver Stadium. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that top hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Makes the grab at the 10. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Single back formation, and they give it to him. It's a seam wide open. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Nittany Lions just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Got a man, it's Ross. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Really good coverage by the DB there, and even a better job of locating the football and then knocking it away.
And the Nittany Lions are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. To the air, it's Aller. Pulls it in, it's Pena. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Peoples. There he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking downfield, it's Allard. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. Kick is in the air. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Lost a throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Ball. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Back to throw, it's Ncaa. With the catch, it's Graham. Turning on the Jets. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude. They didn't.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's caught. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
This is kind of like Vegas and gamble. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Temple. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate on his pass.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to the big tight end. Snagged in the middle, it's Reynolds. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Aller. Makes the grab. Wide open spaces. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Reynolds. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down.
Here we go.
Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to throw, it's Ncaa. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fair catch, called for and made. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Gonna run it, it's Singleton. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's Aller. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Graham. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Allard. That's caught. It's Pena. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quick release by the QB. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offense.
Sent it downfield. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a mass.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He unleashes a long one. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Say It. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Man, that was a drive to forget right there. Like, they wanted to create some space, get out of their own end zone, and maybe flip the field, but that offense got nothing going, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone.
He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive.
He's loose. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
He caught it. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be 1st and goal. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. Dropping back, it's Aller. Flips it out to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd and goal for the offense. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the
touchdown, Penn State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. Finds some room. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air, it's Aller. Lost one deep down the right side. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab down the left side. Oh, he's got some space. Lots of running room. The tap. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You